Hello everybody, welcome. I'm going to do a quick tech check as we get started because I want to make sure you can hear me, number one, but I had a little technical difficulty with the earbuds. So let's see, I am live in the correct place. Can we hear me? Can, good, alrighty. And I can see your comments. So let's get started. Welcome, beautiful people. This is the Embrace You video series, and it is time to choose you. Set yourself free and set yourself free from fear and choose the freedom and the flows of love for you. Now, when you flow freely to who you truly are in the way that you were always meant to be, this is amazing. You're already you, but now it's time for you to remember this. Choose to remember this. This is good. With love, hope, health, and joy, we can succeed in this. And it's time to become now and future focused. Remember who you are and remember God. And when you do this in this way, you'll also start to feel 10 years younger by awakening that magical, marvelous fabulousness that's buried within you. So by the end of this live, I'm hoping that you will better understand the balance, hope, and love that flows through this process and what it means for you. So it's within this context that you will have time for reflection, introspection, desires flowing, and a whole lot of out with the old, in with the true. That's going to raise your vibration. It's going to enable your energetic and physical healing and move you closer to looking and feeling younger and more vibrant. So also, cheers to that. We have the sparkly glass. And a little bit of a change up on the lighting. So let me know in the comments if you like it better than the other videos or not. I'm always open to trying some new things with the tech because you'd think I'd have it perfect by now, but no, it's fine. Things are always changing. That is something that is good to have in your life as long as it is a change for good for all, not just for some. All right, now, if you stay until the end of this live, you can also learn how to work with me and what else is new that's coming up. Before we get into the main part of today, what we're sharing, please do, as you're joining, drop in the comments below, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. I love seeing where everybody is in the world. And if you're watching on replay, please do #replay. Where are you watching from? Now, if you guys love my content, please do like this page, share this page with your friends if there's somebody you know that would benefit from what I share. And there is also a private Facebook group that I have. Please do join that. There is more content in there that is not on this public page. Also, share with your friends, invite your friends along. There's just a few questions to answer to make sure that the community is all on the same page in there and remains loving and good. Please also drop your questions below. You can drop them before the live if there's something you want me to address and you can't be on live or you're worried about forgetting what it is. You can drop questions during the live. I will answer those, or afterwards if you're on replay, and I will hopefully, if everything's working properly, get a notification, and or you can tag me so I will. There's a higher likely chance that I will see it and I can answer those questions for you. Now, all of my videos are available on replay. So if you are on this page, you can find the playlist. They're in there, so you don't have to keep scrolling. If you are in my private group, they're all in the guides and they're in playlists on my YouTube channel. All the links are in the single link above. You can click it and read through and find what you're looking for. So let's go. For those of you who are not familiar with who I am, well, your fairy godmother has arrived. And I am Deb K. I'm here to help you go from feeling flat to feeling fun, flirty, and fabulous every single day. To feeling like, to feeling awesome. I'm feeling awesome. I can't even stay on topic. To becoming the UAist you that you can be, and celebrating you and this most magnificent life that you are creating. Now, what I share today may or may not seem different to what your understanding is currently, but I assure you, if you just let it flow, feel the truth of it, let it all settle in, we are likely on the same page, on the same journey, and you understand more than you may realize at first. We're just using a different language to express it. So do ask any questions, though, that you need for clarity. I am always happy to help with that. Now, a few months ago, I created the Look and Feel Marvelous video series, and this was more around my Joy Vitality framework that I've created, which is the energetically expanded and evolved creation culminating from my very own journey towards magnificence over the past few years, and how now it has evolved into now and future focused energy in the way I help women like you to become youthfully joy-filled, magnificently marvelous, to become a woman who knows exactly who she is, to become a sexy, vibrant woman who feels whole, and be able to embrace exactly who you are and to look and feel marvelous while doing it. These are the exact steps that I took on my journey that I'm sharing with you. Now, my journey has been magical and truly transformative, and I am so honored to be just like your very own fairy godmother and share this with each of you as you're embarking on your very own journey to create your very own 10 years younger fountain of youth by awakening that magically marvelous fabulousness that's buried within you, and to become the UAist you can be, a youthfully joy-filled woman, feeling hope, health, and joy on the daily. Now, when you live the Joy Vitality framework, you make the ordinary extraordinary. You celebrate you and this most magnificent life you're creating. It will just light you up, and you will look and feel marvelous while you are doing it. I say cheers, cheers, cheers to that. All right, so today we will be talking about starting this process and seeing it through. But before we get there, I just want to have a little chat. Now, whether you remember it just yet or you don't, we all are, at our core, at a soul level, exactly who we intended to be when our soul was created. Now, right now, you can choose to remember this, or you can choose to delay this important choice. But what you need to do is make the choice. Choose the love over the fear. Choose truth over the lies that we create or experience. And strip away all of the layers of what was, all of the layers of not good for you, and connect to love, light, truth, and beauty in our very own soul. Connect to you. Connect to God. And when you do this, we align to our true self. We align to an ultimate choice to looking and feeling absolutely marvelous and absolutely you. We live life this way, and there's no stopping good for you. So let's get to it. We're going to talk about context and starting the process and seeing it through. Now, what does this entail? This will mainly entail the believe releasing process, and will mainly start energetic physical healing. So there's the body, mind, and soul working in here, right? So when you are starting the process and seeing it through, when you're using the believe releasing process, you are going to have an amazing byproduct of feeling good, looking good, of raising that vibration so that energetically you feel awesome, but also physically you're going to start seeing improvements in your health. Even if they're minuscule, every little bit helps, and then you would get to a tipping point where it's exponentially better for you. So the believe releasing process, this main process, is a huge part of your journey towards magnificence, your journey towards becoming beautifully, divinely whole. And let me just give you a little overview of the believe releasing process. I do go into more in depth around the believe releasing process in, I want to say it's my Awakening Journey series. I think that's only in my private group. But this is a God-given process. Anyone can receive it, but the way that I help share it with you is documented by Fifth Dimension Earth in a book called Believe. How about that? And the book is full of advancement. So depending on where you are in your journey, you may not even realize how advanced the understanding is in there. But when you get farther and farther along in your journey and you go back and reread it, your mind will be blown in a good way. So what happens during the believe releasing process is that you're going to feel an overall shift in emotions from fear to love, to hope, to freedom as you let go and of the past and begin feeling better. And the process, using the processes and the tools that are provided as part of the believe releasing process. Now, what does this cause? It causes true lasting change. I don't think cause is the correct word, but that is where you are heading. Now, there's 5 steps in the believe releasing process. In the first step, your higher self is going to highlight to you low vibration emotions and experiences that need to be addressed. And these are going to be linked to key experiences that you've already lived. So this is like not just another bad day. It's something where, we talked last week about signs and synchronicities. And this is where some of these things will just be those reoccurring things that happen to you, that you experience, that you're feeling. And it is like your higher self is prodding you to notice, to take the steps to address whatever is being like thrown in your face for you to notice. So then what will happen is that you'll take it down a level, because some of these experiences and emotions can run really, really high, not high vibration, but a low vibration that makes you feel not so great. So what you want to do is find a place of tranquility energetically. It could be physically too, if that helps, but just to take a minute, get it settled, get your energy settled a little bit, and then you will be able to allow yourself to receive the experience from your higher self and what these emotions are linked to. So if you just quiet your mind for a moment and see what comes through, this will be something that maybe reminds you of past experiences and how they're linked to each other. Maybe you haven't fit the puzzle together before. You have all these little pieces floating around in your experience, and now all of a sudden you're like, oh, they go like this, and this, and this, and this. So there may be different levels of distress that will be continuing to manifest itself in other ways and other experiences since then to present day. These are the puzzle pieces. You will all of a sudden realize, oh, that's linked to this and this and this and this, right? And you may be taken through the emotions again of what you felt during those experiences when it was in the moment for you. But this is not meant for you to suffer. It's meant for you to just remember what it felt like at the time. It's almost like the experiences are replaying like a movie and you're just watching. This is my life. This is what happened. And then you'll be able, in the next step of the process, the belief releasing process, to further understand the experience applied to a broader connection to the events. Now, this is going to come to you through insight and understanding on why other people that were involved acted the way they did, why you acted the way you did. And in order to try to change your perspective of the situation is why all of that comes up. So this is probably the hardest step of the believe releasing process. And there is a lot of solace in understanding the disconnection other people are experiencing and how that can be a factor in why they behave the way they do, especially when it involves you. Now, it's not about forgiving, and it's not about forgetting yet. It's about finding compassion and love for the other people involved in any situation that's being brought to you. So you must, in this way, find love for your experience. This is your journey. This is how you got to where you are and where you're going to get to where you're going, right? And so you have to find love in that, because it's you. It's you. And you can return to this step as often as you need to have more and more understanding before you move on to any of the next steps. So what will happen next is that you found love for yourself and others, and you'll be able to create truths around this. So you'll have a moment of sheer relief in this understanding, and you'll be able to create a new truth that moves from fear to love in the new understanding. You'll be able to reaffirm a stated truth that you might have already created and refer back to it. And you can use these truths to apply to other experiences where you need to release low vibration. So the truth gets applied to the experience as well as other experiences that your subconscious mind has actually put together in a group. It has grouped together. That's what I'm trying to say. And when these memories are grouped together into what your mind considers to be all relevant experiences, there may just be one truth that kind of moves all of those experiences from fear to love automatically. So you want to release the key initial experiences as quickly as you can. Now, in my case, I knew exactly what my key experiences were. They were really big and they seemed really overwhelming for me. And I took a different route. I went with the easy things. The things that I knew would definitely work. I played it safe. And even in that, it really depends, like what is in your soul contract. I didn't necessarily know what was in my soul contract, but I followed the feeling of taking the easier road for me at the beginning. And this was because, as I later found out, what my longer journey was, what my bigger purpose was for here while I am on earth. And I needed to take the long way around. I needed to take the long road to get to where I am so that I would have so many experiences and so much understanding to help people like you who are wanting to get where I've gone. But I can help you in a more directed way if you don't want to take the long journey. If you want to take the long journey, I'm here for you too. So I rather actually like that, to be honest, because it's very satisfying to really unpick everything, and take care of all of it. Okay, but some people, that's not for them. They just want to get to the outcome, which is totally fine. I'm a journey girl. All right, where are we in my notes? Okay, so the next part, this is the same step. There's like 2 parts to this. You can actually end up creating what's called a journey level truth. Now, once you've released enough low vibration created through enough truths, you'll be able to apply these to most of your past experiences and emotions and memories. But the journey level truth can actually supersize the belief releasing process. So you accept that everything that has happened to you was meant to be. It was part of the growth. How all you need to do is heal from the experiences. Nothing was your fault, and nothing was nobody else's fault, but God takes the blame. You and God made an agreement before you incarnated on earth to have this journey here. And you asked for certain things to occur. Maybe not specific experiences, but an experience around a bigger idea, okay? And the details aren't fleshed out. They just happen while you're here. But God will look over your requests and say, are you sure? about this or that, or, you know, there's like, it's like a contract, like where people are, you know, two parties in a contract would come to some sort of agreement, right? And there is a back and forth. You also have free will that God has granted you. And so once God says, okay, you can head down to earth as a baby and here's your soul contract, I approve. And that's why it's not your fault, because God ultimately signed off on it and takes the blame. And that's okay. And it is your responsibility, however, to do the things that you came here to do, or to recognize that, you know what, maybe you want to do something else while you're here. But ultimately, we are at a point in time where it doesn't necessarily matter what you're doing, except that it is time for you to choose good, ultimate good for you and for all, as it's laid out by God's love. So there's that. All right. So this step that we're talking about can only be done with your higher self, and you must be connected to your emotional body. So, you know, if somebody says, I had a gut feeling, like that's how you feel in your body, is you feel that emotion. It's generally in your torso, but sometimes you feel things in your region of your head, depending on what your experience is or the emotion. Now, you can start emotionally led releasing instead of experience led releasing at this point. So these are going to be things that are linked to a core set of low vibration emotions. So there's going to be like a core theme to all these issues. And then you get to link to the journey level truths, and they are applied to the emotions. So your higher self applies all of these truths to all of the remaining relevant memories that are in your subconscious mind that need to be relabeled from fear to love, and to release the egoic resistance. Ooh, that's a mouthful. So this is very basic. And as you move through advancement, there's more of like an automation to this, and it's less, it's easier because you've already put in the work. It's just like if you were raising children or a dog, not that dogs and children are the same. I'm not saying that, but there is work to do at the beginning of their experience. So if you have a puppy, and you're not, socializing them and helping them learn like things that are expected from them when they get older and they're bigger and they're unruly, that can be a problem. It's like, I really lost like the train of what I was trying to say here, but as a child, if we are able to help guide our children in a way that's very loving, they can skip some of this. But I mean, the reality is we live here on earth with other people and other experiences that are constantly bombarding us. And so we take things on into our subconscious mind programming. And these are the things that we're going to be working on to move from fear to love. And anyway, all of these experiences and emotions could cause resistance. And sometimes you're just having habitual vibration that's popping up, even if you've gone through the whole process and you're feeling really awesome, and then all of a sudden something happens in your life and you're like, ooh, why do I feel like that again? I thought I dealt with all this. And you did, but there's still that resistance going on. We'll talk a little bit more about that later, or if you go to the to my I think it is the Awakening Journey series. If you go into there, there's more of this in more depth and detail. Okay, so this whole step is like a silver bullet to feel good. It's going to help turn off the dripping tap of emotions, of like the not good emotions, but it's going to turn on a tap of good emotion that can be dripping in the background instead. Then the very last step of the belief releasing process is to let go. We have that habitual way of feeling heavily influenced by our subconscious mind. And you may find yourself in a resistant mind state of like, oh, this is too good to be true. Too good to be true. It can't really be happening that I feel this good. We're going to get that out of the way. So the way to freedom for you is to get into an expectant mind state where you're acting as the new changed you. You're living those truths that you've created. And yes, you're going to have moments where you're like, oh, what do I do? You choose ultimate good in that moment. You choose love in that moment and live that truth in that moment. And this will generate high vibration for you. This will help you manage transitional vibration. That's where you're kind of having that roller coaster of emotion throughout the day. So you could even create a standard truth template that is a simple truth that supports all the other truths. But living your truths will help clear out some of that habitual subconscious mind stuff that's going on and reprogram your subconscious mind to be high vibrational. Eventually, then you get to reach your broadest truth, and we'll talk about that in a whole other video. So cheers. All right, so what else happens during this whole step of the Joy Vitality framework is that physical healing can occur with wow, I can't speak today. Physical healing will occur in conjunction with your emotional healing. So when we're out of physical alignment, our emotional vibration is altered. And when we're out of emotional alignment, our vibration is altered that can affect us physically. So when we talk about transitional and stored vibration, it's like attracts like. And it can focus in a particular area of your body. Sometimes we get a headache. Sometimes, a finger hurts, or we have a tummy ache or something like that. So we can influence energy to more evenly disperse and shift out of our bodies using the believe releasing process. And the more high vibration you are in the moment, the sooner that you will become more predominantly high vibration in your transitional vibration. So you'll be more high vibration throughout the day rather than having the dips. So at some point, this is going to help automatically move out the low transitional vibration. So with the physical alignment comes greater physical, emotional, and spiritual energy flowing through you. And the physical balance is available to all, even if you have had health issues for some time. So a lot of you that have listened to me before may already know this. And those of you that are new, you may not be able to tell that I have had a plethora of diagnoses of different things. And you would never be able to look at me or interact with me and know that I had those diagnoses. And it's because I did this process in my own life. And it was a springboard to feeling better and feeling good. And then on top of that, I was able to continue towards magnificence in advancement on my journey. So this is what could happen for you if you're willing to go there and see it through. And with your very own wonder and magic emerging, you can, in taking time to reflect on your journey and the context of it, better understand you and better understand God. And this means that you can become a youthfully joy-filled woman. You can become magnificently marvelous. You can celebrate you. You can celebrate this most magnificent life you're creating. You can make the ordinary extraordinary. You can feel hope, health, and joy on the daily. And because of all of this, you can start to look and feel 10 years younger with your very own fountain of youth that you are creating. So, if you have questions before I wrap up, please do put those in. I will definitely check those again. Now, some of you may be wondering what is coming up. So next week will be on Thursday, we'll have video 3 of the Embrace You video series. All of the events are posted on my Facebook, so if you just click those and say you're going to join, you'll get a reminder. Even if you're going to watch it later, that's fine. Coffee with Deb K, awesome live guidance for your body, mind, and soul, will be on Wednesday, August 30th, and the topic this month will be Repair and Rejuvenate. The event is posted as well. Couldn't remember if I'd done it or not. I did. So this is where we go a little bit more in depth into the pathways that also help get us through your magnificence journey to the other side of magnificence. So those are great to watch. All right. Some specials this month. So some of you might know, well, as I mentioned earlier, I did say I started with some of the easy things to shift from fear to love about myself on my journey. And one of the first things I did was I started working on my physical appearance. My skin was terrible, absolutely awful and horrific, and everyone could see it. And I didn't feel very confident or very good about myself because of it. So I am a part of one of the, well, I think it is the top skincare company in the world, or about to be there. And we had compensation plan upgrades in July, which means that we get to earn more. Now, this was combined with a new product launch. And so if you are looking for a way to have an extra stream of income, please do talk to me, because this might be a good fit for you. Now, when you combine compensation plan upgrades with a new product launch, it is absolutely phenomenal. Also, I thought there was a product special. I'll have to check. I'm not sure. If you're interested in products, I can help you with that too. Just reach out to me. Now, in order to put something on your awesomeness that you're creating through your magnificence journey, I'm also a exclusive seller on an app, and I can chat with you about that. We've got summer fashions going. We've got the fall stuff coming out. There's a new brand of linens that are great to move you from the summer to the fall, as well as the jeans are coming out with new brands, and they're all kind of like timeless and essential. But you can also earn an extra stream of income using this app. It takes about 3 minutes to get started. So if this is something like you're into fashion and you're into helping other female entrepreneurs and doing something that's relatively easy and quick that you can share with all of your friends, let me know. We can have a little chat and see if it's a great fit for you. All right, so where are we in this? Let me check if anybody had any other questions or comments. I don't see any, but again, if you're watching on replay, please do drop those in. And some of you are wondering, how can you work with me one-on-one? Well, as your very own fairy godmother, I am devoted to compassionately creating the change that you desire, to look and feel 10 years younger with hope, health, and joy along the way. All of my one-to-one programs are updated with now and future-focused energy, and they're here. They are open for booking. Places are still kind of limited. My schedule is very energetic, exciting, but there are some spots there. We are coming off summer and moving into the school year, and please do grab what you can, as spots are kind of limited. But if you are ready right now to start your journey to your roadmap, to your fountain of youth, jump in, get your spot locked in. If you're not sure which is next step is right for you right now, book in your free Fountain of Youth call and we can discover that together. Now, if you are in a time zone and you're looking on my schedule and you are like, oh my gosh, I really want to work with you, but I don't see anything, please send me a message, because we might be able to find another time that's not on there that will work just for you. All right. The link is in the post above, so you can find all of that information. And I do want to thank you all for being here. And remember, it's time to stop feeling flat and start feeling fun, flirty, and fabulous every single day. It's time to start feeling 10 years younger by awakening that magical, marvelous fabulousness that's buried within you. I will see you all next week for part 3 of the Embrace You video series. Sending you so much love. Bye-bye.